Babe, is it?
Welcome to a journey where your dreams of home ownership, investment, and creating a thriving business become a reality. Welcome to my home membership. In a world where financial freedom and stability seem like distant dreams, my home membership stands as a beacon of hope. Our mission? To empower you with the knowledge, tools, and resources to build a future where you're not just surviving, but thriving. Whether you're taking your first steps into the realm of home ownership, looking to expand your investment portfolio, or eager to create a cash-flowing business, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Our suite of professional real estate services is designed to elevate your financial journey. 1. Personal credit services. Unlock the door to your new home with personalized credit assistance. 2. Business credit services. Propel your business forward with the credit it deserves. 3. Investment credit services. Amplify your investment potential with tailored credit solutions. 4. Real estate buying and selling services. Navigate the real estate market with ease, whether you're buying or selling. Brand marketing. Let the world know what you have to offer with our expert marketing strategies. 6. Automated systems and software. Streamline your operations and maximize efficiency with cutting-edge technology. But that's not all. By simply referring those looking to buy a home, invest in properties, or create a cash-flowing business to My Home Membership, you're not just building a future for yourself, you're helping others do the same. Imagine a world where financial freedom is not just a dream, but a tangible reality, where the barriers to wealth creation are dismantled, one person at a time. Welcome to the era of My Home Membership. My Home Membership is more than just a system. It's a nationwide movement empowering everyday people to unlock their financial potential through real estate. Whether you're looking to generate extra cash flow for personal reasons or build a thriving cash-flowing real estate services business, we're here to guide you every step of the way. With our innovative approach, you can earn while you learn. Our teaching and mentoring programs are designed to provide you with the knowledge, tools, and confidence to succeed, no matter where you are in your journey. Choose your path and let our automated systems, software, scripts, training, mentoring, and automation pave the way to your success. With compensation and bonuses ranging from $75 to thousands of dollars per referral.
All right, everybody. It looks like I got some bad connection. I couldn't get the video to play consistently, so we will go ahead and it looks like I got about 40 seconds or so. So I'm going to put it on mute for about 10 seconds. Let me get set up. Go ahead and grab my cup of water, and I'll be right. All right, so I am back, and what we're going to talk about tonight is, excuse me, is of course the same thing as we talk about each and every night, is that home ownership within home ownership is also business creation, because what generally you want to do is you want to be able to afford the type of home that you desire. And if that's the case, generally we need a little bit more cash flow. And sometimes we have a certain job that we may like, so we may need some additional cash flow. So, I want to introduce you to the Cash Flow Creators Crusade. And our job is to help you to create cash flow, to build businesses, and to establish assets to fulfill your purpose. So it's really simple, guys. So what we want to do is I want you to think about, where are you in your particular life, right? Do you need better credit? Do you need business credit to help you overcome some challenges to get the businesses off the ground, right? Do you need just additional cash flow, right? Just because it's hard to be able to, make check to check, right? Sometimes there's some people out there just making it from check to check, right? You just can't quite make it. And so what we want to do is we want to show you some different ways where people would charge you an arm and a leg just to learn these types of things. And then when you're learning them, generally most people, really don't like to learn after high school. And so what the thing is, you're being capitalized. And so generally they're going to have you working for them for a long period of time. And then at the end of that period of time, you really don't have anything to show for it, because you don't have the ability, or they're not keeping up the pay so that you can keep up with inflation or any of the other things that are challenges in your life. So let's take a look. And the first thing we want to do, we want to talk about business credit tonight, because business credit is something that'll help you overcome those particular challenges that you have. And one of the challenges is your social security number, right? Because it's attached to credit that's not so hot, and that's what is our personal credit. So while you're working on a personal credit, and just in case something happens again to the personal credit, your social is protected, because you now have business credit, right? And a lot of people don't really understand business credit, because let's just dive into it. Let's not get ahead of myself, okay? So introducing you to the credit finisher and property finisher, okay? And so these are some simple, mind-blowing steps that any entrepreneur can take to raise your business score, right? So what is it that you're looking to do? Are you trying to start a particular business that may take a lot of money to start, or are you already in a business and you need some more money to keep it going, right? And a lot of times you don't have what it takes just to walk into a bank and get, $20,000, $30,000, okay? So what we want to do is show you how to build PC and BC, personal credit and business credit, okay? Because currently we can agree that America is the wealthiest country, right? And in that wealth, a lot of times what's happening is what? We don't have a lot of help, okay? And generally you see a lot of people that are on some type of support, right? There's a lot of people that be posting things that say, okay, if somebody's talking about, what are those things? The food stamps, right? And so if somebody posts and say, hey, you got some food stamps, so a lot of people would jump on it. I would, right? And that's because 69% of Americans have less than $1,000. Right? 68 million Americans have poor credit. That's a lot of individuals. That's seven people out of 10 that have less than $1,000 that they can put their hands on. So you can see that you're not alone out there. That's what we're trying to show you. We don't want you to think that, oh man, what do I need to do, or feeling bad about a situation, because it is a trap. This whole situation, this whole type of business that goes on in America, the capitalistic society, if you don't know how to get in and out, it is a trap, okay? Because the wages are stagnant and the government really has no solution for that, okay? So we always talk about a wealth principle, and that's simply called cash, asset, cash. Because most times we can put our hands on a little cash, but I wanted to show you how to make that little cash into an asset. Okay, the asset just something that is going to what? It's going to produce for you cash after cash after cash. You do one thing one time and it produces for you over and over again. This is the difference between small business and big business. This is the difference between somebody that is hustling and somebody that is sitting on the beach still making checks, okay? Because if I'm going to work at home, and then let's say, for instance, I'm selling houses. As soon as I sell that house, I'm technically unemployed. I may have made some, but that house no longer produces for me income. But if I take that same house and I rent it out, now it becomes an asset because it produces for me cash after cash. Okay. So business credit scores, that's the first thing we're going to look at. Okay. These scores, they're in the business's name. Like I said, it helps you protect that social security number. This is huge, right? So a business builds its own credit profile and credit score. This is something that can help you stand aside. Okay, this is help you stand aside from your credit. So if something else happens, like let's say for instance the COVID, right? And a lot of people got messed up. I got messed up during COVID, right? Not the sickness, but the business just stalled out, right? So therefore, my social didn't get hit because I continued to use the business credit to keep everything flowing, right? But a lot of individuals having to go through personal credit repair because of they didn't have the structure. So we're going to talk about the structure, okay? So the business will then qualify for greater credit once you have that situation, right? So the credit score measures the business's ability to pay, not the owner's. The business's ability to pay. Okay. So most major business credit scores range from 0 to 100. Now, what I really would like to do is get all of this over to you in 5 minutes and get up and off, no problem. But this is something that has taken me at least 20 years to put together. So what I want to show you is something that, I want you to just calm down and just watch it the initial time, and then the recording will come to you, or you can come back to the YouTube channel and you can watch the recording. Then you can take notes. Okay. And so you want to be able to get yourself in a position to where you're no longer reacting to life. I want you to be in a position to where you're responding to life. What that means is reacting to life means that you did not prepare. What I want you to do is be able to respond because you already prepared for the left, the right, and the middle. Okay. So let's take a look. Right. Your business score isn't automatic. It is not something that just happens because you have an LLC. It is not something that just happens because you have an EIN. You have to put these things together in a certain way, a certain format for it to work. Okay. So unlike consumer credit scoring, you have to apply. You got to get your EIN, and I can show you how to get that for free. If you become a part of the My Home membership, we teach you how to get that EIN and also the DUNS number without paying. Okay, so a lot of times, a lot of people will charge you anywhere from $500 to $2,000 just to get these things set up. Okay, so we don't want you to be out there like that. That's why I'm doing this, because I don't need to make money from this particular course. I do these things already. Okay. So the Dun and Bradstreet, that's what you see, excuse me, DNB or Dun's number, Dun and Bradstreet, they start tracking your business financial activity, and this generates a pay debt score. Okay. Now, for your other businesses, the CRA or the credit reporting agencies, no payment experiences are necessary. And so as we go, I'm going to show you how to structure yourself just like you were an 18-year-old getting ready to start all over again. You have to actually structure yourself to say, okay, hey, I need a revolving, I need installments, right? I need mortgages, okay? So these things you want to take in steps, okay? And so as you're doing this, you also are part of our membership. So we are also working on your personal credit at the same time. So once again, that's that PC plus the BC equals LC, or leveraging credit. Personal credit plus business credit equals leveraging credit, okay? So a mathematical model generally used to depict a business's risk. All that simply said is this what the business credit score shows them whether or not they want to take a risk on you. That's all it's saying. The credit score shows them whether or not they want to take a risk on you. See, you can create the credit score, the credit profile, to where it appears, because you've taken care of it, it appears to be great. You're structuring yourself on paper, because maybe the last 5, 10, 20 years, your credit has taken a dive, right? So it may take a little bit to get it back to its 700 scores, right? Some of you may say, Mike, I ain't never had a credit 700 score. So what we want to do is we want to get you away from just being that average person, which says, I'm going to flip through YouTube. I'm going to flip through TikTok. I'm going to, try to get this knowledge in 3 minutes or 30 seconds from these different types of these medias. Okay. So I want you to get to a place to where you are guiding yourself. You're going to take yourself and say, okay, hey, throughout this month, I'm going to say, okay, one day out of the week, I'm going to do this. And then the next day, I'm going to do this, right? So you're going to take it and break it down. Even this video, say, I don't have that much time. So you're going to watch it for 7 minutes, right? And then you're going to log and take great notes. So you're gonna get yourself to a place to where you don't have to worry any longer because you have a plan. You're not just actually out there just doing things. Okay. So that's what this is going to show you how to do. And if you were watching this, you can always pause and then take the notes necessary and then come back and then hit play and then keep going. This is how I do so that it gets into what my spirit, right? So what we want to continue to do is understand the difference between social and or what we call the EIN and your social. Okay. We want to keep those things separate as much as possible. Okay. So the scores are used by credit issuers, lenders, suppliers, vendors. See, all these individuals are looking to your business credit. See, and a lot of times we are starting out businesses and we may do great, but very hard to do business without some type of leverage. And leverage means that something other than yourself. Okay. It means something that is going to help you, whether it's a business credit or whether it's some type of grant, something that's going to help you leverage to help you overcome the ups and downs of the businesses. Okay. Right. And so we want you to understand that once you get started, anyone can pull your credit. Right. So you don't have to worry about the Fair Credit Reporting Act, which means that on a personal credit, they want you to make sure that you keep everything below 35%. Right. But on business credit, you can keep it at 90, 95%. You can use it all because they'd like to see that usage. Okay. Now, the three big credit places or credit reporting agencies, they're Dun and Bradstreet. That's just for your business. Experian and Equifax. You might have heard of those, but they also do business. Okay. And you need to understand the separations of the two. Smaller credit reporting agencies, they don't really check. So you want to be in the Dun and Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. Okay. There's one more thing that you want to look into, and that's credit safe. Right. So when you're lining these up, and don't worry if you're trying to take notes now, because that's not what this is designed for. Like I said, you come back to the YouTube channel, watch it again, press play, pause, take your notes, listen to it as you are washing dishes, or listen to it as you're, whatever it is, you're fixing something in the garage, whatever it may be. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to get it playing because it is something that can change your life. This is not just something that you're going to say, okay, hey, I learned it and I'm going to turn it over and it's going to happen for me tomorrow. No, this is something that you got to plan because you have to correct things that are incorrect. And then you have to add the things that you need to that's going to take you past where you are. Okay. So what we're talking about with credit safe is lease payments, payments to business credit cards, term loan payments, and other debt payments made by a business. So basically, this is the same type of reporting that the personal credit reports do. Okay, so Credit Safe is doing that for business credit. Right now, what goes into your scores? We're going to go through this kind of quickly. Okay, so they all use different methods, but everything's calculated just a little bit differently. Okay, so your Dun and Bradstreet, they look at bankruptcies, liens, your lawsuits, credit card payments, bill payments, right? To get a pay debt score, you need at least 3 trade accounts reporting to your file. Okay. You need at least 3 trade accounts reporting to your file. Right. So that's a big time. That's big something to take a note of. Right. And remember, I said this is not overnight, and you're not going to have a business that you need to start tomorrow. If you do, then that means that you have a cash flow problem. If that's the case, that means you have a knowledge problem. You just something you need to know to get more cash flow in order to gain the things that you need to gain. Okay, there's many different ways that you can gain cash flow without establishing a quote unquote business and needing it to produce for you right away. Okay, now business credit score itself is calculated by using as many as 875 payments, right? So don't look at that and say, well, I got to wait till 875. But no, this is where this means that along the way from 0 to 875, your credit score will become calculated, but it won't max out until you have made or there have been accrued 875 payments. Okay, don't worry about that. That's just something for us nerds. Don't worry about that at all. Okay, now the Dun and Bradstreet the scoring criteria for Paydex is a weighted average with more weight given to the trade accounts that report higher amounts of credit that is extended. Okay, so basically what you're saying is that there's various types of accounts. You're going to have net 30 accounts. You may have a net 15 account. You may have a net 45 account. You may have something that you bought and it's just something you paid cash for. So all of these different things have something a little bit different in the weight that it has. Okay, so to keep these paydex scores up, if you can only pay one bill, that means pay the biggest one first. Okay, see, it's different than personal credit. Past performance and bill payment is a main driver of this number, and they range from 1 to 100. Okay, so when you get in your paydex, a good solid 80 is a really good score. Okay, now if you get 80 to 100 is awesome. The reason why people get 80s is because they don't understand. You can pay on time. That's just going to give you an 80. You have to pay before it's due to get above an 80. Okay, always remember that one. Okay, the higher the score, the lower the risk. Okay, so what I want you to do is you're going to be able to get this particular breakdown, the recording, and so you'll be able to look for each one, the Experian, commercial, the Equifax, and you'll be able to see each one and what they include. Because if you're going to start a business and you have personal credit, that's great, but that's only going to go so far. Okay, now if you are working, you need business credit. And the beautiful thing about business credit, you can start an LLC today and then create the business credit. You can start another LLC next month and also produce business credit for it as well. Okay, and so if that goes over your head, or if you hit home, let me know and I can show you a little bit more. Okay, so Experian Commercial is a large database. They really just look at it accordingly to how they look at it, right? So they look at public records, scoring, trade information, financial history, court judgments, those basic things. Now this is the one that is not basic. That's a UCC filing. Okay, and that is something that basically you don't have to worry about. A UCC filing just means that there is a commercial lender that has a lien that said that you owe them. So that becomes a UCC filing. It means that you owe a commercial lender, okay, some type of commercial lender. You didn't pay one of the bills, basically. Okay, so experience scoring criteria, that's the IntelliScore, right? So you got to have historical behavior, and basically all of these things are the same. You need to basically understand this. You're going to acquire some vendor accounts. You're going to pay those vendor accounts over time. You're going to acquire a score because you paid those vendor accounts over time. You're going to keep paying the vendor accounts over time to increase the score, right? So no matter what the criteria is that you're seeing here, you taking notes, I'll go ahead and fulfill that last one. So no matter what the criteria is that you see, it all matters about the bill pay and the establishing of net 15s, 30s, and 45s. And which kinds do you have? Okay. Now, IntelliScore, excuse me, there we go. Now, that is based on the number of trade experiences. See, those are a little bit different. They don't really look at the total payment itself, but the experience had with the trade. So that could be, you can report something that was older, right? It may be somebody that had a business that you did business with, and now you can call that particular individual up, and now you can have them record whatever that was previously, and that can also be translated into your new report, right? So those are your trade experiences, your outstanding balances and payment habits, credit utilization trends over time, your public record recency. Do you have any or don't you have any public records? Right? Demographics, like years on file. How old is the last account that you had, the most recent account? And then you also have the SIC codes and the business size. Okay. So all these things, they melt into one. So then you can know what it is to get in and out of your business credit. Okay. So what I want to do now, I'm going to switch over so that you can see that it is a deep dive. Okay. So with our membership, we show you how to jump over those hurdles, right? All of those things that you wanted to see, all of those instructions, all of those what the criterias are. So when you're part of the membership, we go step by step. Every Tuesday that you show up, we will do a different assignment. And a different assignment will say, okay, hey, do this with the personal credit, do this with the business credit. Log in here and you'll see that you can see the video that explains this personal credit step or this business credit step. So you have a coach, a mentor to walk you step by step. And then you plug in each Tuesday just in case you may have a question or you may have something that somebody else may ask, and that way you can get that question answered. Okay. And as you remember, as we were talking about the cash, asset cash, what I want you to see, start from here. When we was talking, the cash asset cash is because we're getting a foundation, right? The personal credit plus business credit equals investment credit. See, a lot of times, and I did this as well. I've been doing business for a long time, but I started out with a particular strategy, and then I had to back up because I didn't have a full foundation. See, these three things in place, this is a threefold cord. It's not easily broken. Personal credit, business credit, and investment credit. Now you're really in place. And then our goal then, as always, is to help you to have home ownership. So if you are renting or anything like that, let's go ahead and get yourself involved so that you can be a home owner. And then from there, you want to become a home investor. There's no reason for you not to be one or the other. Okay, there's something that's missing, that's fine. We can show you how to overcome that. We have various ways, subject to FHA, veterans, USDA, rent to own, with options, LLCs, partnerships, private and hard money. See, these are things that nobody teaches. They just want you to all go into the banks and then do it their way. So all over the years, I found ways to overcome the challenges that I've had and challenges that my clients have had. And that's what we're putting into what we call the My Home membership. And this My Home membership helps you to generate cash flow that's for your success, right? So all the things that we're trying to decide, all the things that we're trying to build, right? It revolves around cash flow. And it's a difference between cash flow and income, because your income, that's just something that happens one time. Cash flow is something that's consistent. Cash flow is when you have an asset that comes in, and cash flow is essential for what? Lifestyle, investing, or asset building, debt elimination, and what else? Charitable giving, maybe, whatever it is that is your purpose, it is your plan. That's what we need to do, because everybody desires cash flow. The individuals, companies, nonprofits, governments, right? So we are creating cash flow creators so that you can generate more cash flow. We want to empower you to be able to do that to wherever you need. Cash flow creators, cash flow builders. And it's definitely more money in the business building. That's why you're here, right? Business credit is for business building. And there may be some individuals say, well, my business, right, at this point in time, I'm already in business, so I want to get the business credit as well, but I need something right now. I need something to start generating. So let me show you a couple of things, right? So with our business income, what we do, we help you to enroll people into our memberships, the products and services that we already offer. Okay. And so with this, you then would get a referral or a compensation or commission. Okay. And every time it's real simple things like personal credit, right? People need that business credit. People need that buying a home, getting financing for your business. All these types of things you refer to us, and then we refer to you dollars. And that creates for you what? Assets. Something that's going to create more and more cash flow. All we simply do with the marketing is to show you how to share videos, success stories, and testimonials that motivate others to become customers and associates. Okay. And so when we're doing this, we're simply showing you, just like you're a realtor. Realtor has a home. This particular home is for sale, and they sell that home. They make X amount of dollars. There's many individuals that may do baking, they may do cutting hair, may do these various things, right? So what they don't have is a way to duplicate themselves, and that's what happens why people ends up working themselves into a stupor. Okay, so we also have the automated technology tools that will help you to generate cash flow without moving from your couch. All you have to do is simply show up on Tuesday and invite others that may want to start a business or to get in a home. It's very, very simple, right? And then we show you the biggest thing to generate the extra cash flow is the already money that you have. And see, these are potential business deductions. So, and your business should be to simply tracking and managing your cash flow. And see, now you can actually do those things that you need to do because your cash flow is something that you are monitoring. And because there's no reason to think that you can attain anything without some type of tracking and managing it. Right? If you don't track and manage your children, right, you have unruly children. It is the same thing with our health. It's the same thing with our finances. It's the same thing with our mental life, with our spiritual life. We have to track, manage in order to get the growth desired. Okay. So we have things like home, rent, the car and the truck, the mileage, the utilities from those, communications from the smartphone, Wi-Fi, your cable. See, these are things that you're already paying for right now. So why not learn how to write these things off, get better business credit, get better personal credit, and live the lifestyle that you desire, right? The lifestyle is not meant to be something that is to take you away from the spiritual mindset. The lifestyle is to give you a position so that you can now give accordingly, so that now you don't have to be subject to the particular job that is keeping you away from the spiritual growth that you're desiring. See, this is somehow you can take it into your hands, and now you can change things. You don't have to wait any longer. Okay. So with the business meals, you can write off your tips and also meals up to $6,000. Travel, right, from plane to parking fees, tolls, cabs, Ubers, lifts, all those various things, wages, your children, your grandchildren. You can write these things off, right? Remember, you're paying for these things already. You're just not getting any deductions, right? So you can have up to extra what, 20 to $40,000 in extra write-offs, and be using the money that Uncle Sam is taking out of your paycheck. That extra 30% that they're taking out of your paycheck, you can be using that today, right? So that's where we want to bring this into a conclusion. And we want to show you that there is something better, right? You don't have to have a particular struggle, right? That particular struggle, well, it doesn't have to last. Let me put it that way, right? It doesn't have to last. So we want to get to a place to where you now say, Michael, I can, I can do this, right? I can change because I can take it into my hands. Right now, it's not no longer into the hands of somebody that I don't know. So if I have to ask, can I take off? Right, I have to worry about whatever the penalties are. If I have to ask, can I take this vacation? Right, what's going to happen if I have to change, something in my car, and it takes another $200-300 to do so? Right now, I can't go on vacation. You see, these types of things is because of a lack of understanding because nobody's ever told us. We've always been going from check to check, and if we don't have it right then, right, we just have to wait, right, or we have to take out some type of loan or this, that, and the other, right? And see, these things get us into worse and worse shape. So now we got to climb up out of that situation. So we want to bring these into a head, and we want to show you that you can go to www.healthehead.com, and I'm gonna put it down here at the bottom so it's easy for you to get. Okay, but other than that, we are complete. So what you should be doing, you can go to what I'm getting ready to type down here at the bottom, which is the healthehead.com property finisher. And when you go there, you'll be able to register. And once you register, you'll be able to start your courses. You'll be able to, and this is all free. Okay. And see, this is what I do, consistent basis. We give out free information. We have free memberships. We have free personal credit portals to help you get the information that you need so that you can change your personal credit and your business credit just by learning. But we do also have the services also for those that don't have the time, but do have the money. All right. So you guys, y'all have a beautiful time. It's been great. And I definitely appreciate you. And I'm going to leave you off with a simple testimony.
Hi, my name is Jim. I'm the owner of Morningstar Disability, which is a disability firm. I'm actually recording this video testimony, as you see here, at my home office. I just want to do a quick video because I just want to inform the populace out there how excited we are about the Business Finance Suite, because for all intents and purposes, there's not a lot, and I've done plenty of research, and I'm sure you probably have as well, on the internet regarding business credit, how to obtain it, what are the 1, 2, 3 steps of how to get business credit and secure financing, which is so important for a small business such as myself to be able to survive and thrive in today's economy. I'm sure that you can agree with that. And so what's great about it is the fact that you have the support with the team, right? The Finance Suite product is so integral for our business because of the fact that it teaches you how to structure your business properly. There were some things that I was missing. There were some things that I had, but there were some things that I was missing, as well as the credit profiles and things like that to be created, and then vendor trade lines. Like, we would never know what types of what are the criteria that are necessary, the underwriting guidelines for the vendors to be selective, that when we would choose them, that we would be approved versus something where it would be where it would negatively impact our credit because we were just taking a shot in the dark, right? So I thought that was very, very important. Of course, where are you going to find that? No one's telling you anything about that, right? And then of course, then to be able to get business credit cards in my business name with no personal guarantee, because most of the time they want to get your social security number when you're applying for business credit cards. So this totally separates my personal from my business, which is awesome. And then of course, the major thing is securing financing. We all need financing and working capital. My business sure does and did at the time. And so it's awesome. I'm very excited where I'm at today. I'm very excited in the process. The team is very supportive, right? They're very knowledgeable about business credit and securing the best financial options for you, right? And they go through everything thoroughly. I couldn't say enough about it. But again, because of the fact that it is exclusive, you don't see it anywhere else on the internet. This put everything, it's like a one-stop shop, put everything all at my fingertips. And with that being said, hey, it allows me to have control, which is what I like, to have full control over the success of my business, and I'm sure that you would agree. So anyway, that's my testimony. Go out and buy your own Business Finance Suite. Thank you.